Howdy folks, it's Turtle here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to do leg 3 of the Germany journey bush trip. At the time of this recording, the Australia World Up to has landed with 5, I think, more bush trips, and I'm excited about every single one of those. And they are on my mind. I'm looking forward to that, but we are going to enjoy the Germany journey bush trip as well. So I have other things on my mind, but I'm going to focus on this one, I promise. But anyway, you've seen this before. We're already started this, so that's all I get for introduction. Let's do leg 3. Alright, so here we go. Like usual, we'll repair and refuel. Looks like we do have to actually do that. And do we have some lights down here? Let's see, we have the pitot heat. I think we did the panel light. There we go. Alright, as you know, we already start running on the runway. So, continuing, leg 3. It's been like a week and a half since I've recorded the previous legs. I'm kind of out of it here. Alright, we're going to Echo Delta Delta Tango. And quite a long one, 37 minutes. That's a good length of a leg. So let's see. We're going to start with Plower C. After returning to the sky, strike a course to the east. And in 18 nautical miles, we reach the 7th largest lake in Germany, Plower C. And that's 6 minutes out. And because we have started, or we've stopped the sim and restarted, we do not get the GPS anymore. So we do have to pay attention to what we're doing. And it makes it more challenging, but in a really, really good way, right? It's fun to have the GPS and let autopilot do it, but it's also fun to have to figure it out on your own. So we're going to head out at 81 degrees for 6 minutes. So here we go, heading bug 81 degrees. That's probably faster if I go this way, eh? Actually, let's just go like that, give us a head start. 81, whoop, there you go. So that's where we're going to go. Let's get autopilot set up. Flight director, we're going to use the heading bug. We're going to actually, let's set our altitude first. Let's stay at 3,000 feet until we hit some terrain. That way we can actually see what's going on below us. We've had that conversation many, many times about staying really close to the ground to see everything, but then going up and down, getting around terrain. So we just kind of cruise at a comfortable altitude to see things and not worry too much about terrain. Let's see here. We're going out that way, and then we're coming down, then out that way, and then behind us. So our airport is going to be way down here somewhere. So we will figure it out when we get there. So let's just go like this for now. And it said 6 minutes out to the 7th biggest lake in Germany. So probably, come on, go the right way, please. Probably one of those two. We'll see how far we get Gosh, my thing is moving. We will see how far we get in 6 minutes. That's how we'll know. Try to do this without Google Maps. I usually don't use Google Maps, but sometimes it will, depending on my mood. Alright, that is it. That's all you get. Flaps already down. Yes, they are. This does not have reversers. No. No, I always double check because you'd think I would know that. But I forget every time what it does and what doesn't. Alright, there we go. We are all set. That's it. It's that simple. Again, we've done this so many times. Here we go. Let's take off. And get centered because he did not center us. Then we use autopilot with heading bug just so we can sightsee. But we still have to do our own navigation. But that's the whole point. Alright, turn up my personal volume. Hopefully it doesn't bleed into the microphone too much. I've noticed here in editing that has been happening. There we go. Brakes to stop the wheels. This is the G36 to retract gear. And flaps coming in. And we're flying and flying. Look how realistic that looks. Looking good, Germany. Looking good. Let's stay on runway heading for a minute. And then we'll gauge autopilot right away. Why not? And then start our timer. So here we go. We're over there on the runway. So we're going to engage autopilot. And start our timer. And there we go. 6 minutes in this direction. We'll see which lake it is. If it's that one or that one, it's probably the further one. When we get to the area, then we'll read about the next couple things because they're close together. Alrighty, because this is not the start of the leg, I don't have much rambling to do. So as soon as the co-pilot is done talking to us about the bush trip stuff, we will jump into some sightseeing, and I'll see you at the lake. Alright, as you were watching in the last bit of sightseeing, there you go. That is the lake, I think, because that's been 5 minutes. And if you look, it says there's another large lake called Kolpensee. Kolpensee. Another large lake. There we go. And then after that, there's Müritz. Even the Bonanza's nose towards the southeast and fly just under 8 nautical miles to be over Germany's second largest lake, after Lake Constance, which shares the border with Austria and Switzerland, and its largest lake entirely within its boundaries, Müritz. Okay, so we're going to do these two. So we're going to do 69 right now, which will get us over towards that other lake. Like this. We'll actually stop the timer. We're not going to run it again until we're over this other lake. And then we will start the timer when we point 135 degrees. And then we'll read about the next one right after that. So there you go. So far, everything is great. We're at a great altitude. We don't have to worry about terrain at all. I'll just enjoying the sights and the Minecraft clouds in the water. So are we ready to turn yet? No. Let's hop outside together. There's a nice wind farm there. I love the cloud shadows over the ground. Very realistic. The city there in the water. Very flat, very farmlandy. Still very gorgeous. Lots of nice trees. Oh, look at that. It just looks like we're in a chase plane in real life, doesn't it? The plane textures are still a little too cartoony for me. It's a bummer too because nothing else is cartoony. Well, yes, the handmade objects and POIs are cartoony, but whatever. But the planes have always bothered me how cartoony they are. That's the only thing I miss from X-Plane, are the textures were not cartoony for the aircraft. Alright, there we go. That looks kind of satellite-y, but we'll forgive it. Looks good though. Alright, let's see here. What should we do? We're going to hop inside and we're going to get ready to turn. What was it? 135 degrees to the south. So let's kind of slowly start doing that. Over to 135 degrees. We might be turning a little too soon, but we'll be able to figure it out. We're looking for gigantic bodies of water. So 135. Although it did say, so there's a lake, and then there's another one. So maybe this is the lake, right? Yeah, maybe this is Müritz. How does that? There's a bug if you redo these, it blanks out the bottom one. It only says 2 minutes, so maybe this is Müritz here. Which means, yeah, let's go back to the east a little bit. I turned a little too soon. Yeah, that's definitely Müritz because there's no more large bodies of water within 6 minutes. So that was those are the 3 bodies of water. Boom, boom, boom. We went to that one, or this one. We're supposed to go to that one. I turned too soon. So we're back on track now. I'm sure of it. I'm sure this is Müritz. It has to be. So we'll wait till we're in the middle here, and then what are we going to do? Then we're going to turn 156 degrees, which is more to the south. So we're going to wait a little bit further till we get to about the end of it. Then we'll turn south, so we're back on track. And then we're looking for Rheinsberg Palace. A beautiful example of the Frederick and Rococo style of architecture lies 19 nautical miles southeast of Müritz. So we're going to have to spot a palace. Hopefully it's not too difficult to spot. And then 6.5 minutes from there we will read the next couple things, because again they're pretty close together. And just like that, through the magic of editing, we're already at our turn. So here we go, 156 I believe. 156. Where are you? There you go, 156. We're going to start the timer this time. And we're looking at 6.5 minutes. There's a palace out there. So we're going to aim this way and give you a little bit of sightseeing. And when I find the palace, I'll let you know. I'll see you in a little bit. So it's been 4.5 minutes. We have 2 minutes to find this palace that's calling Rheinsberg Palace. Trying to think if there's a logical place to look, but I'm not exactly sure where. So I'm trying to figure out here where this palace might be. There's a road there. There's a bunch of water over there. There's like a city over there. Up ahead there are waterways. I'm trying to see if there's a logical spot where we would see a palace, right? Like roads leading to it, water leading to it, you know, that type of thing. But it does say we're about 6.5 minutes. I don't know. So we would actually be there right now. Oh, there it is. I can see it. Look. Do you know how I know? It's shiny and cartoony, right? Let's kill autopilot a second. Let's fly over there. Remember I've said that before, how the handmade objects are shiny and cartoony, which bugs me. But the positive side, it makes it easy to spot sometimes when you're doing VFR trips like this. Yep, see it? See how shiny and cartoony that is? So let's circle over that, and then we'll continue on our trip. And that also reset our direction, right? So we're going to be at 160 after that. Let's set this to 160. So that's the heading we're going to want to be once we circle around this palace. Yep, see that? It is super obvious now. Okay, so I complained about the handmade objects looking cartoony and standing out like a sore thumb, but hey, at this moment, it made it a benefit for us. So there we go. Alrighty, we're losing altitude again because I want to come down and look. So let's actually bring this down. Oh, I can't even change that right now. That's weird. Let's just fly by, even though it's in the way of our little window. There we go. See that? Can't mistake that. Alrighty, let's see here. So let's give it some more juice. Let's engage. Well, let's do vertical speed. Back up to 800 feet per minute. Let's do autopilot again. It'll turn us around. Let's bring this down to 20. Let's do 2300. I like that number for some reason. Put throttles back to the firewall. Check our RPMs. Make sure we're not going to crash into anything, and we're not. So now we're on the right track. We'll read about where we're going here in a second. I'm just enjoying the sights here. Alrighty, so we want to do 160 for 2 minutes only. So let's get that started for 2 minutes only. Goldalaxy, a small lake amid lush strands of forest and architecture fields, which is a small central island, lies a short distance farther south-southeast of the palace. So there's a little lake with an island. You know how much I love islands. It has to be right here, because it's 2 minutes out, and there's a little lake with an island. It has to be right there. So after that, just keep an eye on where we're going here. Yep, there it is right there. After that, we're going to turn at 208 degrees for 4 minutes. We're going to fly southwest from Goldalaxy for 12 nautical miles. We fly over Fernberlin, location of the 1675 Battle of Fernberlin and the 1758 Battle of Fernberlin. Today the town is one of the most popular for German skydivers. Okay, so in 2.5 minutes, or when we get to that lake with the island, we'll turn to 208 degrees for 4 minutes. And then we'll keep talking. So, you all know I love islands because I love nature. I love being outside. I love... Oh, that's cool. I love little lakes and things, but I'm scared of animals. Daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter. So an island, well, there'd be animals on that island probably, because if it gets cold, they'd walk out there. But little islands where you know there aren't going to be animals, like to take a boat or canoe up to an island where an animal can't really walk there. Maybe they could swim there, but anyway, you know I can hang out there and not have to worry about animals. I can swim in the water. So Ooh, look, there's a lake within a lake. That's awesome. Anyway, that's what I like about islands. That wasn't a very articulate description, but I've mentioned it pretty much in every bush trip. So there you go. You get to hear it again. Alrighty, we're almost there. Then I think we said we're going to go to 208 for 4 minutes. And then we'll read about the next thing in a moment. So let's enjoy this lake here as you fly by with the pond, or the island with the pond, and another little island there. So if I lived here, I would have a little canoe that I'd go out there for sure. Definitely for sure. Okay, there we go. I'm going over it now. So let's go check out the battle sites. So 208 degrees for 4 minutes. So let's stop the timer, reset it, and start it, and go to 208 degrees, which is southwest now. There we go. 4 minutes, and we'll find some battle sites, and then we'll keep reading. So here we go. Sightseeing for you after we enjoy that island with the pond and the city. And I'll see you back here in a couple minutes. .322, 324. It said 4 minutes 5 seconds, but I think we're ahead of schedule because of our speed and stuff. So I don't know where these battle sites are. Like, for example, is it that town back there which I captured in sightseeing, or is it, you know, over here? Is it up here? I don't know what to say other than I don't see any skydivers. Haha. But if you know the area, here's a scan of it anyway. I could have Googled it, I guess, but try not to use Google Maps or Google anything on this trip. Alrighty, time to continue. Let's see here. Let's stop the timer and restart it because we're already beyond. So now we're going to turn back to 96 degrees. So let's go way back to 96 degrees. Back to the east. You can hear my mouse spinning. Pretend it's the clicking of the actual Garmin. Alrighty. We're gonna turn back for 6 minutes, and we're looking for Oranienburg. Change course into east-southeast after 18 nautical miles. You'll reach Oranienburg, a town on the banks of the Havel River. So we're gonna do this for 6 minutes. We're going to look for a river, which is probably here, because there's a river there. It's just a matter of, are we going to hit it? Are we going to hit the town? I don't know. Come on, there we go. Oranienburg. I don't know, you'll find out. We'll get to the river, and then we'll see if we found it. See if we found the town. Anyway, more sightseeing, and I'll see you at the river. Alright, so there's a river right in front of us, and I believe that's the town over there. Yeah, I think we are a little south of where we're supposed to be. So there's our town, and if you look over here, there's our airport right there. So that's our destination. So we're going to be turning in a moment, obviously. Let's enjoy the town from here, but then we got to also read about what we're going to do and make our turns. Now we're going to go 150, fly southeast to Berlin, the capital of Germany, the most populous city in the nation and in all of the European Union, with a population of 3.5 million people. And then there's your airport right after that. So there's the city we're supposed to look for. There we go. Now let's come down here and turn 150. Although we know where we're going, we can see our destination on the GPS. So let's turn anyway, though. 150 it says. Come on, we can do it. There you go. We can stop this and get rid of it because we know where we're going. There's our airport. We're going to aim towards it. And when we see the airport, there's no way we're done turning out of this already. What? We gotta turn a little bit more. Doesn't matter. We're gonna hand fly in a minute anyway. Okay, you can see Berlin out here in the distance, and then when we see the airport, which is right there by the water, it is. Oh my gosh, we're really close. Okay, let me get comfortable in my chair, and then we're gonna actually take over now. I didn't realize we were that close. Alright, here we go. Autopilot off. Let's turn that off. Let's fly towards the airport, which we can see. And then once we get the orientation of the runway, we will land, or set up to land. And that'll conclude leg 3 of the Germany journey bush trip. I think there are 11 legs in this, so we're just getting started. We have a ways to go, especially because I can only do one leg every couple days or something. But hopefully y'all enjoying the bush trips. I know that's all I've been doing on this channel for like almost a year now. But I'm really enjoying them. I'm actually kind of surprised, to be honest. I thought I would get sick of it. But now that they've added all the Australian ones, for some reason I'm super pumped for the Australian bush trips. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a different part of the world. With the Nordics and the previous world update with all of these bush trips we've been doing for the past 9 months, they're all in the same part of the world. They're all beautiful. And they're all very different, but it's all the same part of the world. So I guess maybe that's one reason I'm pumped for the Australian bush trips. Also, I don't know, I just like Australia. So anyway, we'll not get ahead of ourselves, though. We're going to complete this one, and then maybe at some point throw in a couple of my own flights, I guess. I did do a video of a whole bunch of those Discovery flights, but I didn't release it because it was super cringy. I didn't know anything about the area, so I had nothing to offer than if you just flew them yourselves. If you have a request for one of the Discovery flights, so let me know and I'll remake a video, but it was so bad I just didn't even release the video. So once we finish this bush trip, whenever that's going to be, probably in a couple weeks, we will be caught up prior to the Australian updates, and then there'll be world or sim updates as well. Look, you can see the tall buildings in Germany, see? Well, Berlin, I mean. That's awesome. We'll get to see that when we take off for the next leg. So anyway, that's your back of the house or housekeeping update anyway of what's going on. But yes, I do have plenty of my own flights planned. I just really been enjoying the bush trips so much. Obviously, we see a runway, and that's not hard to determine. We just need to slow down a little bit. Let's get gear down. And then we'll get flaps down in a moment. We'll turn on to final, have a nice short final. Then we'll land, and then I'm going to go to bed. And take a nap. I call them naps because I don't sleep very much. First set of flaps down. I'm just so busy with my day life. And then if I want any alone time, I have to stay up super late. So then I get tired. But we'll manage. Alright, second set of flaps, very short final. Let's not get too low though. Too soon, or else we'll lose sight of the airport. Pappy says we're a little high though, huh? I don't know about that. Let's get some throttle in here. We almost stalled out because I was looking at the trees. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. In the city. Oh my gosh. City in front of us. Don't be distracted. Watch the speed here. Come on. My seating position right now, for some reason, I'm really far back from my controls. I don't understand, but it's going to make this kind of difficult. But we'll manage. We can do it. Alright, here we go. Aim for the numbers. Throttle's back so we descend. A little bit of throttle here, just to get a sort of threshold. Whoa, it's too early to land. Too early to land. What the heck? Ground effects kicked us up. Oh my gosh. There we go. That would have been nice if I had a 10-foot runway. I did not need to land like that on this big runway, but whatever. Let's just stop and complete the leg. Leg 3 complete. It took like 6 minutes longer than normal. That's not too bad. You know the drill though. 1 leg per video. So that's it in this video. Like, subscribe so that you know the next leg comes out. And I'll see you then.